Okay, let's keep going. And the function of spinal cord is reflex. You don't use your spinal cord to think, and it's reflex. Reflex is quick. So you touch something hard, you move your hand back, and that's the function of spinal cord. That's the function of reflex, and it's critical for survival because you want to decrease the damage. And let's look at the reflex arc. Their component very simple. They start from you need to have a sensor receptor on the skin, and this will connect with the sensory neuron. That's the second component through your dorsal root and go back. The third one is interneuron in between in your central nervous system. And the next one is the motor neuron from your ventral root move out. And the last one is called the effector, only 5 components for the reflex arc. And sometimes they can take out the interneuron, so this time you only have 4 components. Like the reflex, you hit the knee and it kick. This kind of simple reflex is monosynaptic because you only have 1 synapse. You have the sensory neuron connect with the motor neuron. You take the interneuron out. And the others, polysynaptic, you have more than 1 synapse, polysynaptic. And we have different kind of reflex. This one called the stretch reflex. And the sensor is called the muscle spindle. So muscle spindle is the sensor hidden in the big muscle. And let's look at the reflex. So there's the muscle spindle. It's hidden inside the big muscle. And once the muscle been stretched, the muscle spindle is activated. It will go through the sensory neuron and send the information in. And either through the interneuron or skip it, connect with the motor neuron and will ask the muscle to contract. The second one is Golgi tendon reflex. The Golgi tendon reflex function is different. Their receptor is Golgi tendon, so it stay in the tendon, and tendon connect muscle to the bone. So its function is also a reflex, but the function of this reflex is more like a protective mechanism. When you have too much power, you stretch the muscle too much, and through the Golgi tendon, their reflex will send information in, and through the sensory neuron, interneuron, motor neuron out, and will go to the muscle effector. But the purpose is to ask the muscle relax, not contract. That's when you lift something too heavy and your muscle realize you could not hang in there anymore. This reflex will protect, because if you keep hanging there, it can damage the muscle, so damage the tendon. So this reflex, instead of asking muscle to hang in there, they will actually ask the muscle to relax, and you can drop. So you found some people, they do the heavy lifting, and they carry something too heavy, and suddenly their body collapses. They drop that heavy stuff, and that's due to the Golgi tendon reflex. So even though they look very similar to the muscle spindle reflex, the function is totally different. The muscle spindle reflex is ask the muscle to hang in there, to contract, and this one is a protective mechanism. So ask muscle to relax, you can drop that stuff. And these two videos show you the difference of these two. And the next one is called the withdrawal reflex. That's when your body touches something painful, you quickly move that your body part back. That's the withdrawal reflex. And usually this comes with the cross extensor reflex. Cross extensor reflex. Why? Like your left leg steps to something, and you quickly move your left leg back, but you're gonna put all your body weight to your right leg. So your right leg actually will go through this and extend, so you're able to put all your body weight to your right leg when you withdraw your left leg back. So these two usually happen together. And this is the example. When you step something painful, you move this leg back. That's the withdrawal reflex. And you go through this pathway, the same side. but you need to use the other leg to maintain your body weight, support your body weight. So the other reflex will go to the other side because it will need to use the other leg. So it will go to the other side and ask this leg to extend, so you're able to stand when you withdraw this leg. And you can have hypoactive or hyperactive reflex, and that's usually due to damage, neuronal damage. You take a hammer, you hit the knee, and you have normal reflex, but they can respond too little or too much, and that's usually due to the neuronal damage. And here are two examples. I'll leave them to you. Okay, that's it.